7:25. The doc is in. Fox 56 News Chief Medical Contributor Dr. Ryan Stanton is in studio this morning.
You know, with the snow and ice covering many roads and sidewalks in central Kentucky, it's a good time for him to share some tips on how to prevent falls and how to be safe if you have to go outside these days.
And interestingly, this isn't a straight up medical conversation. A lot of kids are out of school, including one of mine, and we're talking physics today. We're talking coefficients of friction. So pay attention, kids, school's in session. So we're talking about things such as snow and ice, right? So interestingly, with a lot of snow and ice, the chance of falling is actually greatest right around freezing. Well, in fact, it's just below freezing. The temperature we associate with speed skating rinks is actually -7 degrees Celsius, which is the slickest or lowest coefficient of friction for ice, and that's why those temperatures are there for that ice skating rink. But the interesting thing here with sliding, the key is what is the things that make it to where we're going to slip and fall. With snow, the snowflakes actually link together, and when we get an angle on them, you'll actually slip and fall. With ice, you tend to actually have a little bit of water that builds up in between, and that's when it becomes more slick, the water actually serving as a lubricant. Now, the things that you can do to help decrease your risk of falling, one is wear the proper footwear. Not dress shoes, not sandals, the right outdoor footwear. Second, take small steps, smaller steps which decreases that angle of which you're going to be hitting the snow or ice. And finally, make sure that you're leaning forward just a little bit. We want that center of gravity right over those feet. It's that angle that we hit that decreases that coefficient of friction, increases that risk of fall, and of course, increases that risk of ending up in front of me in the emergency department, which is unfortunate.
I've been there. I feel like a lot of us have probably been there. You walk outside and you don't think there's anything slippery, and you take that first step kind of angled like this and you just slide.
Absolutely. And steps, one of the most dangerous things we see, those that are higher risk, elderly, risk of fractures when they fall. This type of temperature weather today, there's snow and ice out on the surfaces. Just be very careful. I don't want you to have to end up seeing me in the emergency department with a fracture. It's nice to see you, not necessarily in that setting.
I think some of the things that people do sometimes too is they kind of let their guard up a little bit, like, oh, I got to go run the trash out real quick. Oh, I'm just going to slip on my slippers real quick. It can't be that bad. And then they have a major disaster that has a setback for 8 to 10 weeks, you know, blow out an elbow or something like that.
The ice doesn't care if you're just going out for a quick turn. All that matters is that it's there. Gravity is not just a good suggestion, it's the law. And the fact that ice, you're not going to see a lot of it on many of the surfaces out there.
I know you're headed to sunny Southern California, so you'll be leaving this wintry mix, Doc. Good for you.
Yes, I'll be back in here tomorrow, and then Friday heading out to LA for the Clash of the Coliseum, which is on Fox Sunday. You can see me there. We'll be out there doing NASCAR, start of the season.
Exciting.
Exciting. It's going to be a great time.
We'll see you tomorrow. Cool. What are we talking about tomorrow?
I don't know. Anybody got any suggestions?
We'll figure it out then.
We'll make it up this week.
Maybe something NASCAR related, perhaps. We'll see. We're back with another half hour of news right after this. Thanks, Doc.
You're watching Fox 56 News. Our home, your news.